and welcome to the Social Business Investment Readiness Program in partnership with YUNUS and WYLDE International. I will be your facilitator, Annie Shongwa. In this program review, we are going to handle 8 modules, and financial management is module 5 of the program. How the program is structured: we'll have a set of videos for you to watch. Later, we'll share with you a workbook that will help distill your learning. We'll later have a group webinar or a cohort session, and we'll later put you with a one-on-one coach, and we'll wind up the program with expert webinars. Thank you and welcome into this module. In this module of understanding financial statement, it is critical for us to guide the business owner on how to prepare, read, and use financial information to make better decisions. Our learning objective into the program is: 1, we'll help you understand what is financial statement, who are the users of financial statement, the importance of financial statement, how do you then prepare your financial statement, and later, how do you read and interpret your financial statements. Let's begin. In this module of understanding financial statement, it's important to understand what is a financial statement, and how we define a financial statement is a formal record of all your financial activity of a business. These are financial records that are recorded on a daily basis, but later they are reported at the end of the month. Now, it is critical for a business to have 3 financial statements. And these 3 financial statements are: 1, the income statement; 2, the balance sheet; and 3, the cash flow statement. Let's dig deeper and understand what each statement has. Now, a balance sheet is a statement that shows what the company owns in terms of asset, what it owes to the third parties, that's the liability, and what the shareholders have put into the business, that's the equity. Now, for profit and loss statement, or what we call an income statement, is a statement that shows: 1, your revenue. How much did you make in a particular period? Either maybe a month, maybe quarterly. 2, what was the cost that was attributed to you making that sales? That, in simple terms, that is an income statement. 3, what about a cash flow statement? A cash flow statement is a very critical statement that shows your money in and your money out. What do I mean? It shows how cash has flowed through your 3 activities of a business. 1, the operating activity; 2, the investing activity; and 3, the financing activity. Now, as I conclude, we have 3 financial statements: the balance sheet, the P&L, and the cash flow. Now, let's look deeper then. Who are the users of this financial statement? Who would be interested in getting to know your financial information of a company? Now, the users of the financial information are classified into 2. We have 1, the external user; 2, the internal users. Those are the 2 parties who are involved and would love to know how the business is faring on when it comes to your financial information. Who are the internal users? How do we categorize them, and what kind of information are they looking for when it comes to the financial statement? Internal users are what we call the owner. You yourself, you would love to know how your business is performing. 2, we have the lines manager. They would also like to know, how is the business performing? What decision must I take? And what program objective must I set out for me to be profitable? And 3, the employee themselves are also interested in terms of how is the business faring on. Now, when we look at the other part of the external users, these are the third parties who would love to know how the business is performing. We have 1, the government is interested because this is how they're going to tax you in relation to how you have performed. 2, we have suppliers. They would like to know, are you making money? Will you be able to pay our bills when they fall due? 3, we have even other labor agencies. Have you been paying your statutories? Have you been paying your employee statutory, your NSSF, your NHIF? We have even lenders. They would like to see how profitable is your business, or even investors. How profitable is your business in terms of your industry? Now, as I finish, it is important to understand that financial statements help perform and they help inform the financial health of your company. Financial statement also, they help measure the performance and the value of your company. And financial statements help evaluate your tax liability. And the last is that financial statements, they help you make better decisions, and then you can plan for your future in the business. Then how do you prepare your financial statement is a series that we are going to look deeper during our webinar sessions. We'll have a practical session of how you prepare your balance sheet, how you prepare your income statement, and how you prepare your cash flow. Remember, even during the webinar, it will be critical for us to understand how then do you read, interpret the financial statement. It is critical for us to look at these things in a more practical and more in-depth way. So please join us during the webinar where we're going to have this practical experience of how you read and interpret your financial statement. Thank you. Now, when it comes to reading and interpreting your financial statement, as a business owner, it goes beyond you reading. But there is so much information that you can get when you read and analyze the financial statement. Remember, we are talking about the three financial statements: the balance sheet, the profit and loss, and the cash flow. So by the time when you are reading and interpreting, you must be reading these documents together. They are never read in isolation. Now, it is important for you to note that the critical information that they give us is the information around your business profitability, your operation efficiency, and how your assets have been utilized over time. They also help you understand your capital structure. Do I have too much debt in my capital structure? Do I have too much equity in my capital structure? Then what do I need to do? And later, the financial statement will help you determine how liquid is my company. Do I have cash to pay for any obligation as and when they fall due? Now, when you're doing the financial statement interpretation, we do use what we call financial ratios. And these financial ratios are classified under three: the liquidity ratios, the leverage ratios, the activity ratios, and the profitability ratios. Remember, I talked about ratios that help you analyze your liquidity, analyze your capital structure, analyze your asset utilization, and analyze how profitable is your business operation or the projects that you are undertaking. So as a business owner, and especially during our webinar, we'll sit down and analyze the information that will be in your financial statement to see what does it mean, what does it inform me, and what decision must I take for me to become comfortable, for me to become relevant, and for me to continue thriving in my business. I hope to see you during our webinar where we are going to do more practical session of reading and interpreting your financial statements. Thank you.